Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do something a little bit different. I'm going to try it out and see how it goes. We'll see if I even upload it. But I thought it'd be really cool to take you guys along with me for the day. And I talk a lot about therapy, what it is, what it isn't, and I'm talking more about social work and what it can be like and the many different ways you can practice social work. But I thought it'd be a lot more beneficial if you guys could actually see what it's like to be a social worker in a private practice. So today for me, it's a little bit lighter on clients. I had a meeting this morning, kind of an interprofessional meeting for a client for future planning. So whenever there's anything involving direct clients, I always have to turn the camera off. I can't take you guys with me for confidentiality, but now until lunch, it's just finishing up some notes for throughout the week and some other admin stuff, and then it'll be lunch. And we'll see if this gets forgotten about. It's over here, so probably.
Don't sit and tell me I'm pretty while you sip Jameson. Don't make me wanna stick around until the party ends. You've got a bad reputation, so what? I'm into it. I'm into it. You look like I'm gonna have another drink. You look like you know, but don't say anything. That I try to stay away, avoiding all the pain. But you look like I like it. Yeah, I like it. I like it. You look like I like it. I like it. Yeah, I like it. You look like I like it. Don't grab my hips like it's me you ain't gonna leave without. Don't look at me like that, make my whole world come back.
So this is another example where voicemail came in, which is annoying because sometimes the calls won't come in, they'll go to voicemail on my line, but whatever, that's a side issue. So I'm just going to put this on pause so I can listen to it without headphones and then turn it back on. And of course it was a robocaller, so I really could have kept the camera rolling, but such is life. The idea to start filming this, I didn't mention it and really plan it. I'll be super honest. So that was our admin Alex who came in, so I just really quickly turned the camera off just in case. He wasn't really cool with that, though you'll probably meet everyone here at some point, because if this goes well, I'll probably do more of them, so you'll be able to kind of get a feel for it. But I didn't want to just be like, surprise, you're on camera. So right now, I'm actually just finishing up some research. It's really important. You kind of think when you graduate, you're like, I'm done. You're not done, depending on what field you get into, because things change all the time. And so doing program development and looking into potential other programs, or even just making sure that I'm doing a good job or doing things accordingly in a way that's actually effective. It means you kind of got to continually be checking in on the literature, seeing what other people are doing, what other people are saying. So that's what I'm doing right now. And it's one of the things I really like about being in private practice is flexibility. So I can kind of decide when I'm not seeing clients what it is that I do want to do with my day. So today is a good time for that. It's kind of really quiet in the office. We have 2 interns that aren't in, so it's really, it's kind of a quieter day today, and it's gray and reading type mood. So this is the closest I can get at work right now. So let's get back to it.
Maybe I've been going nowhere lately. It's time to start all over and go for it. 'Cause they don't even know me yet. But that's something I don't regret. Every night I close my eyes and see only lavender dreams, baby. What can I do when a million things are running through? Million things I can't undo. I just sleepwalk, I just sleep talk. That's all I got. What can I say with a million things I can't erase? Million people I can't save. I just sleepwalk, I just sleep talk.
Funny, I don't know if you can hear it, but I have my door open. I really like to do an open door policy even when there's nobody in here. But it's funny because sometimes I can hear a little bit, I can hear words, but you can almost hear like the cadence of other people's voices in here, and it can just be interesting sometimes. I don't know if I'm gonna have to work on editing that out or if you can even hear it, but it's interesting. It kind of makes it feel, it's nice after here in Ontario, we were in and out of lockdown since last year, and right now basically we're in the office but still virtual 9 out of 10 times. When it comes to clients, we're still mainly virtual, but we can have the office space to work in if we want to, which just makes things a little bit easier for collaboration and program development, and it's just really nice to be able to get out of the house at all. And so even when I'm in my office working by myself, it's still it's really nice. I've noticed a definite benefit. I like working from home. There's a lot that I do like working from home. I like having both my fur babies with me and being able to kind of toss in the odd little laundry in between clients or things like that, maybe being a little bit comfier clothing wise that day. But it's nice to still just be back in this zone, and just even having background noise of other people is something I've noticed is really, really nice. And I'm also procrastinating, clearly, by my little side anecdotes here, so I need to focus in. And actually I have a book that came out with this, so I probably should show you around my desk. So part of what I'm doing right now, because I am on top of my notes, which is, it's a little bit rare for a mental health professional or a social worker, so I'm not used to it. So I'm actually working on a bit of a deep dive video on the history of social work, which probably won't be out by the time that this video is out, so keep an eye out for that. I'm using some research on here, and I've got my book here, and I'm going to stop procrastinating and get back to it. And that makes lunchtime, so I will turn this off and catch you guys later. All right, so it is definitely after lunch by quite a bit. The day kind of got away from me. So lunch, we're all kind of spaced out, but we share it together. So again, I kind of did this last minute, so I didn't want to just bring the camera downstairs and spook anyone, or not spook anyone, but like put anyone on the spot. I don't know how people feel about being on camera, so I didn't bring it for that, like I said, and then ended up going for a walk at the end of lunch, which just kind of turned into, I didn't have a client after lunch, so it just kind of turned into like hanging out by the coffee maker and talking and kind of planning some stuff. I just finished a course, so we're kind of talking about that, and we like to do a lot of collaborating and trying to always build new programs. So just kind of comparing ideas and shooting the shit and things like that. So, and I'm just leaving my phone upstairs for all of that. And then I had my 2 o'clock session with a client. And so now I'm going to wrap up some admin. I always try and do my notes and have them all saved and completed immediately after the session, just so that when it's nice and fresh, or any kind of time when that's appropriate. And then I'll be jumping into a couples counseling with another one of my colleagues, and then that'll be it for my time at the office today. I think I might try and make this, I had said a week, but I might make this just a 2-day, kind of get a feel for it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, if this is cool, if this is helpful to you at all. But first, before I do any admin, what I'm actually gonna do is clean up my desk. My desk gets a little hectic during sessions. Yeah, and I guess you can see that I still have setting up to do in my office, so gonna need to do that. That's the plan tomorrow, so you might get to see the office get put together a little bit. So time to clean up my desk. So if you're wondering, again, I'm such a procrastinator. If you're wondering why I talk about doing notes after sessions, if you don't practice or are interested in and haven't really covered it yet, documentation is super, super, super important. In any field in social work, regardless of what you're in, it's your accountability, and it's also your liability, right? It's to really protect yourself and protect the clients. And also it can be a way to keep you both on track, right? It can be helpful to track what you've been talking about, or what you've been working on, or where things are at, and help see their goals and if they're meeting their goals, or maybe identify other areas. But it's you have to. There's no kind of way around that. It is required. It looks different for everyone, but that's why I also like to do them immediately. So you kind of jot down notes as you go, but cleaning them up I like to do right away when they're still fresh. And that's why it can be helpful to jot down as you go. I know some people don't like to do that. Some people always do that. It's really back and forth. For me, I do like to do almost, it's not quite code, but like really point form. Like if you probably saw them, they probably wouldn't make sense. But little point form things that when I look at it, it can instantly bring back what we were talking about and the way we were talking about it. So that way, if it's a busy day, you don't want to have to be going back and kind of really second guessing yourself maybe, or wondering if you've included everything or if there's things not to include. By doing it right away, it is right there. You remember everything very, very vividly, a lot more than say a day or two later after you maybe have seen clients or have done a lot during the day to kind of maybe fill, you only have so much space in your mind, so much memory. And I don't know if that makes sense, but it's what I find helps a lot with that, for clarity's sake. Because I have a couples counseling session which run longer and it puts me to the very, very end of the day, what I'm going to be doing right now that you're going to see is I always look at the next day. So it's 2 parts. I always end my day by looking at I don't know if it'll quite show up. but our task planning software where I have everything all laid out, and I won't get too much into that, but what I will say, so I check that and make sure that everything I needed to get done today is done and completed and out of the way. And I'll actually just turn that. Done and completed and out of the way, so there's nothing outstanding. And I also look at tomorrow. Is there anything that needs to be done tomorrow? Is there anything that I can wrap up today to make that easier? So I like to kind of, and then I know the mindset I'm in tomorrow, right? I'm not coming in and wondering what my day looks like. I know that. And one of the things with private practice, being an independent contractor, things like that, is nobody is going to manage you. So you need to make sure that you're on top of yourself. So this is something I found really helpful for me. And it also then kind of eases me into the winding down on my day process. I know that the day is wrapping up, and if I'm maybe struggling with motivation, or I'm struggling procrastination wise, I know that, okay, you have a limited time and it's now or never, basically. So it's kind of that little bit of that accountability and pressure. So that's what I'm going to be doing for that. And then I will be going downstairs. It's actually because it's a couple, it's actually going to be, I think, in person. I'm not 100% sure. That's going to be with my colleague, so I can't film that, obviously, for confidentiality, and then it'll just be me headed home.
I get my hopes up every time, and I don't wanna be let down each road to find. I just wish I'd seen the price tag for my heart breaking. Was it worth all that waiting, when I always knew just how I felt? Yeah, I'm looking back at the past and I feel
so tomorrow where I work, Fridays are typically, for almost everyone, more of an administrative day. If I take you along with me, you'll see that I'm still not 100%. I think I will, because I'll be a little more prepared that time. But we do a weekly operations meeting where everyone in the practice comes together and talks about our week, what we've been doing, what our plans for next week are. That one is completely keeps, any kind of clients or things like that out of it. It's more just so everyone knows what we're doing, or maybe if someone needs help with something or any kind of collaboration is needed, or just if things are going well. And then after that, we do our rounds, which is basically a supervision opportunity, and it's a chance for all of the practitioners to come together and troubleshoot problems, maybe reach out for help, discuss things they're struggling with. That one is just practitioners and it's just client-based, although we keep client names and details out of it for confidentiality. Is really that chance for supervision, to make sure that, again, we're supported in supporting others the best way that we can. So that'll be, it looks like that's the majority of my day. I do see a client tomorrow, and so I'm also part of this OASW webinar tomorrow, just as a participant. I try to do as much personal development or continuing education opportunities as I can, just to make sure that I'm still engaging in best practices. So my day looks actually pretty busy tomorrow, though it is filled with a lot of admin. So it doesn't look like there's too much I need to prep that way. I've taken care of everything I need to today. So I'm going to get to, what am I gonna do? Probably gonna get another either coffee or water. Should do water, probably I'm gonna do coffee. And get ready for my last session of the day. So I'm gonna pack up everything in the office that I don't need now, so that when the session's done, I can just head home. So I'm gonna end this here, and I think I am gonna do a 2-part. I will catch you guys at the next video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Take care.